guard pass, and but sweeping happens quite frequently.
Yes.
And so.
And do you think that's because of the weight? Is it because, when you see bigger guys that are very technical also, they have so much force with gravity and their own weight?
Yeah, I think it's strength to weight ratio. It's guys that are 130 pounds like this, that they're so much stronger compared to their weight than guys 200 pounds. If you looked at percentage of strength versus body weight, you're going to find that the smaller guys, most of them, at least the athletic guys, have a much higher percentage of strength compared to their body weight. So when a guy gets cross-sided, literally they can just shove them away and scramble up or do something like this. So
and being more mobile.
Oh yeah.
Too. Yeah.
And in jiu-jitsu, and fighting, relative strength is so much more important than absolute strength. So you're talking relative strength. You're talking strength to your body weight is much more important. Then how much can I bench press? It's absolute strength is not quite as important.
And now we've got a fantastic match on the mats right now with Marcio Andre versus AJ Agazarm.
Yeah.
Now, is this what weight class is this?
This is lightweight.
Wow, Marcio. Because when I think of AJ Agazarm, I think of him as being much bigger than Marcio Andre typically.
It's quite muscular, but he makes the lightweight class. So, the next two are going to be good here to figure out who goes to the finals of the lightweights. We've got AJ and Marcio here, and then Jigo Freitas and Manshir Kara. So Munchie there. It's going to be a nice couple matches in a row.
Wow, some absolute killers.
Yeah.
And it looks like from here that Marcio is already up an advantage, and I believe that was from the double guard pull and standing up right away.
Yeah.
AJ is going to have a tall task trying to pass the guard of Marcio Andre. Very talented jiu-jitsu player, and you can see trying with that over-under pass, Marcio Andre is going to shuck him forward. Now look to attack the back.
Yeah.
Gets pulled right off the top. Get in on bottom, and AJ still aggressively attacking, although they're nearly out of bounds.
Yeah, hit a nice arm drag off the over-under pass. Good counter from that. Andre hit, and now AJ is thinking about a toe hold, which is not a bad strategy to at least get an advantage back.
Yes, but they are going to get reset back into the center. The ref letting that one go a little bit long. Kind of surprising. Usually they get anywhere near the edge.
Yeah, and there's things like, so for AJ, it doesn't have to pass the guard like we were talking about. Guard passing becomes, at the lightweight, it happens a little more often than light feather or feather. But, things that you have to be aware of are a submission that's placed while guys are going out of bounds. That's going to score 2 for you. So, those things are not really in maybe our minds or spectators' minds, but you better believe they're in competitors' minds, and
absolutely
they think about that kind of stuff.
Oh, and right here, Marcio Andre nearly looking like he's going after a clock choke, but not really a possibility.
Yeah, there is actually this right here is a no-gi clock choke. There is one. Yeah,
okay.
There is one that's
is it like the Hawaiian with the
it's
the gable grip?
Yeah, it's more like it's a katakatami. It's odd. It's a katakatami grip, like grabbing the bicep and holding the far tricep, and it happened by accident. We found it by accident. Rodrigo Gracie found it by accident. When I was in wrestling, we were working on tight waist in college, and I showed him a tight waist, and he put the head and arm with a tight waist instead of the waist, and it choked me. Here we go again, arm drag.
Oh, man. This action is ridiculous. Both of these guys just so athletic.
Yeah.
No one able to quite stabilize a position, though. Marcio being very aggressive with these back takes. So potentially was going after a no-gi clock.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to roll and hide, but there is one there from that position. It's it's awkward, but it will choke you right unconscious. But AJ doing a good job of countering all. That's where Andre's going to struggle. Marcio's going to struggle when he's trying to get on the back and different things like this, because the wrestling ability and the scramble ability that AJ has is almost second to none in the weight class. So.
Yeah, AJ wrestling at Ohio, I believe, right?
Ohio State, I believe.
Man, it's some decent wrestlers out there.
Oh, man, that's a good college. Yeah.
Marcio trying to work the knee through the middle pass. AJ's been really impressing me lately. Not really known for his finishes, but as of late has been looking very sharp with his jiu-jitsu. Much improved on the technical level. Now going after this ankle.
Yeah, low single. This is his best opportunity. That's an early stoppage, to be honest. But that's his opportunities to sit guard and get on these singles. I think that's the way he wins this match, is not to come up here, is to stay down and, take the advantages. Here he comes up. He
uses wrestling to sweep.
Yeah, exactly. Half guard into singles and use that to score a sweep, even though it's maybe not technically a sweep, but it is. If you're using your half guard and coming up on a single, I think that's where he wins this match if he's going to do well.
Now coming on top, seemingly trying to work the pass. But as you mentioned earlier, at this weight class, much tougher to solidify the pass than it is to sweep.
Yeah, especially with a guy with a guard like Marcio Andre. So right now, AJ has double unders, but you see the nice leg work here by Andre to keep those legs on the inside.
Going for this over-under, but you can see Marcio controlling that far arm. If he reaches to the inside of his leg, he might go for that same shuck down arm drag counter to it. But now looking like he's going to go after a leg, and AJ's going to dive after one of his own, but he's going to move to the bottom. This might give Marcio a sweep.
It is.
Yep, and he's going to get 2 points.
One of the pitfalls about going for a leg lock, if you miss it and end up on the bottom, that you're going to concede 2 points. So,
which I think is a rule set that I actually really like. Like some people not happy with the way the rules are laid out necessarily, but I think that particular thing is really great when you think about it in the context of grappling for self-defense or MMA. If you go after a leg lock and you stay on it too long, then that leaves you very exposed to kicks and punches to the face usually. And so it's a good way to show that in a grappling-only setting with those sweep points.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. And if the guys that are the best at here goes a toe hold on Andres. Legs are a little stuck up here.
But dives after it, goes to the bottom, so.
Yeah, now AJ should come up with this. He should kick out with that left hook, butterfly hook, and come up with this. You should extend the left leg on the bottom there. You can see it hooked underneath, and then they'll pull his right leg out and come right up. He'll be able to come right up to the top instead of trying to counter a footlock, and he'll score his two back.
Yeah, this is a very tough toe hold to finish when you're on the side that AJ is on, because the heel goes right down to the crook of your elbow. Makes it a little bit tougher to get that extra bit of space to finish.
Yep.
If he's on the other hip, though, then it becomes a much more high percentage toe hold.
Right. That left leg right now is keeping distance on for AJ. It's good for him. It's not good for Andre, but there he lost the opportunity. Should extend it away with the hook while he was on his side and could just come right up. But, back to that, I agree with you. The footlocks, the best guys in the world, are the ones that not only just attack and submit, but attack and go for the submissions, but at least end in the position that they came from. So back to neutral, or ideally bettering your position off of a footlock attack, not diving after a foot and conceding.
Giving up all position, yes. Putting yourself in the worst possible place.
Except, of course, I guess if there is zero onus on coming up to the top. Guys, energy conservation on some on if there are no points is something that you have to always take into consideration.
Well, that's where the no time limit, no points matches get weird as well, too, though, right? Because then it becomes not real world for a self-defense situation.
Correct.
So pluses and minuses.
Yeah, exactly.
But Marcio Andre still up on the 2 points and looking to pass the guard. Stacks AJ, throws him over. It's going to be tough, though, attacking AJ from the turtle position, giving his wrestling pedigree.
Yeah, and got to be careful like that when he flips over to turtle. He should again pull himself into half guard and then come back out on the single, because if you flip over to turtle and go on a single, you score nothing. Andre, nice kick out there.
Now, when he goes, even if Andre throws him over into turtle, or if he goes to turtle, say, to avoid a guard pass.
Yeah.
That's still an advantage for Andre, correct?
That is, if you can maintain that turtle position correct. It is a near guard pass.
And now Marcio Andre with some pretty frantic guard passing here, really controlling the legs. And I think if this were anyone else, maybe that pace would be enough to break them. But AJ very used to this pace. And here, Marcio Andre again in the same kind of clock choke position, but now going after this far side Kimura.
Yeah, you got to watch it here. AJ's got a good grip on the ankle. That's going to be 2 now for AJ. That's a mistake now for Marcio Andre. Actually made a little mistake there.
Probably thinking seemingly should get an advantage for this, and one of the judges does say that there should be an advantage, but the other 2 don't seem to agree with him. I guess AJ not defending that one, so no cause for an advantage there. But Marcio Andre up 5-3 on advantages. Does have a negative advantage, though. AJ jumping on the back. This could be his opportunity.
Yeah, it's nice.
Pulling up on that bottom leg. Oh, couldn't quite keep Andre on his back, but
it's going to get closer now.
Yep.
He's 1 advantage away here. 1 minute and 19 seconds left. He's in 1 advantage.
And that's when that negative advantage will come into
That's
play.
right. He scores an advantage here. I'm talking about. He'll take this match.
Only about a minute left.
Mm-hmm.
AJ driving hard, but again on the top position. Not his highest percentage position for pushing the action and getting those actual points. AJ's holding his knee.
Yeah.
Something might have got pushed around in there. I've heard rumored that he's coming into this a bit injured. He's coming in on a bad knee already, so I'm wondering if that got aggravated in the exchange. Looks like he's in quite a bit of pain.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Especially, I don't think AJ's he's quite a gamer. So, especially with the score being this close, I don't think he'd be making a big show of things if they weren't really, really bad.
Representing Ribeiro Jiu-Jitsu, Silvio Corneiro number 1, please.
Hopefully he's okay, but like I said, definitely heard some rumors of him not being 100% coming into this match. Which is unfortunate because he has been really on a tear lately. Jiu-Jitsu looking very technical. And this this matchup in particular, Marcio Andre, always fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Hopefully the knee's all right.
Yeah, so many things that can go on with the knee.
You know a thing or two about those, right?
Good Lord. Yeah. Unfortunately, I do.
Now, could this be just like a sprain or maybe like a slight meniscus thing?
Yeah, the weird thing about the meniscus is if it folds over, and it can lock out a little bit. So, and that is extremely painful, you'll need somebody to straighten it, and it kind of clicks back in sometimes. And so I don't know if that's it's not cool. And that might be kind of what happened. His knee was bent for a little while, and I think he was asking the medic to straighten his leg. But I don't know. Yeah, so many.
It looked like he was pointing to the outside of the knee.
Yeah.
Which, if you do have an injuries in the knee, is probably one of the better places to have it.
On the outside?
On the outside?
Yeah, the outside has a lot less going on than the inside. The LCL heals pretty much on its own, and of course I'm not a doctor, so but this is just from experience.
Disclaimer.
LCLs heal on their own. MCL is a little worse because it's attached to the meniscus and can tear the meniscus with it. So a little harder to heal the MCL.
Looks like he's all right, a little bit better now, though.
Could be something like meniscus where it got caught up or locked out, and then once it's back to normal, it feels relatively like nothing really happened.
And we'll see in a minute here because there's only about a minute left, and they are starting the action again. AJ going right back on this double unders pass. stacking hard.
Yeah, well,
Nearly a slam. Oh, and you can see Marcio Andre trying to just stand up on his feet, practically getting there.
yeah. This is his best shot, AJ, is to try to bring him to the turtle position and score an advantage. Not quite, though.
And then loses the lock on his hands. And now that's going to allow Marcio Andre to go after this padlock on the far arm.
Yep.
Pulling that arm through. And now Marcio Andre in a very good attacking position. Going to look to invert and maybe go after this arm bar. But in the no-gi when it gets slippery, but he's kind of got it extended a little bit. AJ, notoriously difficult to arm bar.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. But this might be all he needs to win the points victory. Marcio coming up at the end, too. And that's going to spell disaster for AJ.
Yeah.
With such a close match. AJ's knee, I think, still bugging him there. I have to say, though, like, he did take a rest from the point of when his knee was hurt and they were checking it out, and he did not look near as active after that rest.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but knees are a finicky thing, man, oh man.
Hopefully nothing that's going to put him out of competition for any length of time.
Yeah. But well done by Marcio Andre to sort of hold back that last initial. If you're not him, I don't recommend that that strategy of having your head just
bouncing off the mats,
inches away from being spiked on the floor. But
if you're Marcio Andre, if you're
good display.
Gumby,
good display of flexibility and awareness of your body, and
yep. It seems no worse for wear. Marcio's going to take this one on points. Just narrowly winning that one.
Yeah.
It's only decided by one advantage at the end, correct? Two. It looks like two.
Yeah, one there, and then he came up at the end, but really that last advantage, I think, AJ dove off to the foot, basically said, I got to do something.
Yep.
So.
Kind of limits your strategy